What's up everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video we're actually renovating an apartment in San Myshuno. It's been a while since I've done any apartments, so I had a lot of fun going back to San Myshuno and renovating an apartment for once. It was a nice change of pace and I had a lot of fun with it. And this is one of the Zenview apartments in San Myshuno. This is 701 Zenview to be exact, and it's one of the two-story apartments, which was also a lot of fun. I don't really renovate the two-story apartments very often. Whenever I do renovate apartments, I usually go for the smaller one-story apartments because when it comes to apartments, I just enjoy renovating small apartments way more than renovating bigger ones. But this one is not too big. It's still kind of on the smaller side, but it does have 2 floors. And it was perfect because I'm renovating this apartment for a single dad with 4 daughters. So this apartment is quite big, but for 5 Sims, especially for like 4 daughters and 1 dad, it was a pretty tight squeeze. And I definitely enjoyed that a lot. So there are 3 bedrooms upstairs. The dad obviously has his own bedroom, and then his teenage daughters are sharing a bedroom, and then his daughters that are a little bit younger that I was thinking were kids also share a bedroom. So I was thinking that this dad, like I said, he has 4 daughters. 2 of them are teenagers. They're not twins though. I was thinking one of the teenagers is a little bit older. She is pretty close to graduating high school and moving on to college. And she is very, very serious about her education. So she spends a lot of her time studying, working on school projects, stuff like that, studying for tests, that kind of thing, because she really, really wants to get into her dream, college or university. And I think that she is a junior in high school at this point. So yeah, she's very, very serious about her education and about getting good grades and stuff like that. So yeah, she's more on the serious side. And then, her younger sister, who's also a teenager, I was thinking could be a freshman in high school. So she is definitely a little bit younger. She is very much into like boy bands and stuff like that. You'll see that once we move on to their bedroom because they share a bedroom. And so yeah, the younger, like the freshman sister, she is very much into boy bands and she also wants to learn how to play the guitar. I was thinking that she doesn't really quite know how to do it yet, but she is saving up to pay for lessons because I was thinking that her dad, having 4 daughters and being a single dad, he has to really make ends meet and he kind of struggles paying for everything that the girls want. As much as he would love to be able to pay for everything, he just can't afford it. So I was thinking that she is allowed, the younger daughter, she is allowed to take guitar lessons, but she does have to chip in herself as well. So that's what she is saving up for right now. And she does have a guitar already in her bedroom. So I thought that that was a really cute idea. And then the youngest girls are actually twins and they are kids. So they're definitely quite young. I was thinking they could be like 7 or 8 years old. So they're a little bit younger and they share a bedroom as well, and they have all of their toys basically in their bedroom. And I was thinking that these girls are inseparable, like they are definitely twins. They love spending their time together, playing together, and yeah, they're just inseparable. So they don't mind sharing a bedroom, whereas the older daughters, they kind of have their fights from time to time, like all siblings would. So yeah, I mean, they are good friends and they definitely love each other very much, obviously, but they also get into fights quite often, mostly because, for example, the older daughter, she wants her peace and quiet to be able to focus on her schoolwork and stuff like that, while her younger sister wants to spend her time practicing guitar or listening to her favorite bands and stuff like that. So she's a little bit louder. And I was thinking that that's a difference between the 2 sisters that, I don't know, sometimes results in yeah, just fights. But I mean, that's bound to happen. I mean, they're siblings, they're four sisters living in a quite small apartment. They don't have their own bedrooms and stuff like that. So it's kind of just bound to happen. And as you can see, I'm working on the living room area right now. I tried to make it pretty cluttered everywhere because obviously 5 Sims, like 4 teenage, or not even teenagers, but 4 younger siblings living in this house with their dad, it's bound to become a little bit messy. So that's kind of what I tried to reflect in this apartment as well. So there's a lot of stuff around, and as you can see, the apartment is definitely quite cramped. It is quite small, and because this house is for a single dad, as you can probably tell already, I tried to go for a more masculine furniture style, or like color scheme, if you will, but then at the same time you can definitely tell that this dad, he's living with a lot of girls, because there's also a lot of brighter colors going on. For example, in the living room area where the couch is and the TV, you can definitely tell that the daughters helped pick out the colors for the couch and the chair and the colors for the curtains and stuff like that. Whereas here in, I was gonna call it the dining area, but where the dining table is located basically, and this bookcase that I'm cluttering up right now is more on the darker side and more on the masculine side, if you will. So maybe the bookcase and the chairs the dad probably already owned before they moved into this apartment. So I kind of tried, I don't know if this is making any sense, but I kind of tried to find a middle ground between very feminine and colorful and cutesy and pastel, and more masculine, darker colors and more like industrial items, if that makes sense. That's kind of what I was going for. So I tried to reflect that as best as I could. And I think it ended up looking very cute. I really like the kitchen. It's tucked away in this little nook. It is quite spacious for a kitchen in an apartment this size. So that's quite nice. But as you can see, the dining table only has 4 chairs around it. There was no way I could fit a dining table with like 5 or 6 chairs around it. It was just too small in here. So sadly, all 5 Sims can't sit at the table together. But there is this little bar area in the kitchen where I placed a couple of bar stools as well. So they can just kind of sit together, just really close to each other in the same area, if you will. So I don't know, I just figured it would make sense. And then for gameplay, it's not that big of a deal, because if you're gonna have 5 Sims living in this apartment, you're not really ever gonna have them have dinner or breakfast or lunch at the same time, probably. Maybe you will at some point, but yeah, I don't know. I figured it wouldn't be too big of an issue. So I just went with a dining table with 4 chairs and then a couple of additional bar stools to at least have enough seating for everyone. And the kitchen is also quite cluttered. I did place a microwave. I sized it down though, because the microwaves are so big and so bulky, so I usually like to size them down. And yeah, it's just a very standard kitchen. I do like the color scheme in here. I was thinking that this apartment probably came with this very standard white and gray kitchen, but then they maybe changed out the backsplash for a light blue tile. I mean, if you're renting an apartment, you are most likely not gonna switch out the backsplash or like the windows. I mean, the floors and the walls in general. Obviously you can paint walls, but you're probably not ever gonna change out the tiles, but it's The Sims, so I can just kind of pretend whatever I want. So I was thinking that the kitchen was standard, but they changed the backsplash or painted the backsplash. I don't really know, but something like that. And yeah, for the whole color scheme, like I already explained, I was thinking that the girls definitely had a say in what they wanted the apartment to look like, because I figured that they weren't living here. They moved here not too long ago. I mean, they have been living here for quite some time now, but not too long ago. So the girls definitely did have a say in picking out furniture, picking out colors for stuff, painting their bedrooms, stuff like that. So that's kind of what I tried to reflect. And then downstairs, there is a laundry room slash bathroom. It's quite spacious, which is nice. So this apartment ends up having 3 bathrooms, which is really nice. But gameplay wise, I figured you would definitely need that. And for a family with 4 girls, I figured it would be nice because the twins, the younger twins, obviously will be getting older as well. And then having like 1 or 2 bathrooms is definitely going to be a little bit of a struggle. So I figured I could add a small bathroom to this laundry room and just kind of close it off so that your Sims can do the laundry while someone else is using the bathroom or taking a shower, for example. That just it's very convenient in my opinion, so that's what I decided to do. And you could also see that I placed down some items for a cat. So I was thinking that this family, they do have a cat, and the girls are just so in love with the cat. They really just spend so much time with the cat, and all the girls just love the cat so much. And I was kind of thinking that it would be a cute idea for a storyline that the dad, he wasn't really too fond of the idea of getting a cat in their apartment because they don't have that much space to live basically in this apartment with the 5 of them. It feels on the smaller side from time to time. So he was kind of opposed to the idea of getting a cat. But all of his daughters wanted a cat so badly. So it was kind of 4 girls against 1 dad, and he never really stood a chance. So he kind of gave in, and yeah, they adopted a cat from the shelter. And yeah, so the cat is very lucky to be living here with the 4 girls that just love him so much. And yeah, that's kind of the idea that I was thinking of when decorating this apartment basically. But you can see that the second floor, the landing area is open to the ground floor, or the first floor if you will, which I always think is so pretty. I love when I have the chance to do that. So yeah, the landing area is open to the ground floor. There's this large open staircase area, and I just really like the landing. I decided to place a desk with a family computer. So that's the kind of the family computer, like I said. But then the teenage girl, the junior in high school, basically, I gave her her own desk underneath her lofted bed so that she has her own space to just sit down and study, because the landing area is probably going to be too noisy for her to focus on studying for her tests and doing her like important projects and stuff like that. So I gave her her own desk. So yeah, even though the girls are all sharing bedrooms, I kind of tried to give them all their very own little area or like little nook where they can just be by themselves and have at least a little bit of privacy, as much as that's possible in an apartment like this with shared bedrooms. But you can see that I got started. The first bedroom I decorated was the one for the teenage girls. So the oldest sister, she has the lofted bed, and I will be placing a desk underneath it. And then the younger girl, she has the regular bed, if you will, with the bookcase at the end. And they're kind of sharing a dresser, so I combined these 2 dressers and tried to make it look like one bigger dresser. I thought that was a really cute item for these girls to have in their bedroom. I really tried to make this bedroom very girly, very feminine. It has a lot of pinky, pastels, cutesy colors, so that's definitely what I tried to do. And I think I succeeded. I think it looks very nice. This is a decently sized bedroom too. I feel like these girls are quite lucky. It's quite a spacious bedroom. The bedroom for the twins is definitely a little bit smaller, but I just gave them a bunk bed, and then it works out perfectly fine in my opinion. So yeah, the sizes of the bedrooms are actually quite nice. And then the dad, like I said, he has his own bedroom, and I actually gave him a little like a TV situation in his bedroom as well, which is quite luxurious. But I figured he just really needs he just needs a room where he can be by himself and kind of hide from his daughters from time to time, if you will. So if the daughters, for example, are downstairs watching their favorite show on like Netflix or something, and the dad isn't really interested in that, he can just go upstairs and spend some time by himself in his bedroom watching the shows that he likes. So yeah, I figured he would definitely deserve that. And as you can see, for the youngest or the younger girl in this bedroom, I put up a lot of posters around her bed because I figured that she would be very much into music and into boy bands and stuff like that. So yeah, I just put up a lot of posters. And I also gave her a guitar that I figured she would have bought like secondhand, and she doesn't really know how to play it yet, but she's working on it. She's looking up some tutorials and stuff on YouTube, and she's kind of trying to teach herself while she's saving up money for actual guitar lessons. So I thought that that was cute. And then here you can see I put a desk under the oldest sister's bed where I place a lot of books and just study clutter. I also gave her her own laptop, as you can see, because she definitely just needs it for school. So she probably saved up for that, or she got that maybe for her birthday or something like that from her dad. She definitely needs it, and she's definitely preparing for college, applying to colleges, really hoping to get into her dream school and stuff like that. So yeah, that is it for their bedroom basically. And then for the rest of the storyline for this house, for their mom, I don't really know what would have happened there. I was kind of thinking that maybe, this is very sad, but I was kind of thinking that they maybe would have lost their mom. She would have passed away at a very young age, not too long ago. And I figured, I mean, it's a very sad storyline, but it definitely happens. And I thought it was I thought it would be a thing that could bind this family together very closely, because I did see this family as very warm and welcoming. And obviously the siblings fight from time to time, but they are very close. They're just a very close family that loves to spend time together as much as possible. They're a very warm family in my mind. So I was kind of thinking that maybe the mom passed away and that's something terrible that happened in their lives, but also made their relationship so much closer, if that makes sense. It's something that happened that's very terrible, but also kind of, yeah, just got them closer together as a family. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's the thing that makes the most sense for this family, in my opinion. I don't think that they're divorced or anything. I kind of think that the mom passed away, which, as terrible as it is a thing that happens. And I think that's what happened to this family as well. But yeah, you can see the twins' bedroom come together very fast, because I had already furnished it, and then I realized that I wasn't recording, and I really didn't feel like deleting all of the items and then going back into the catalog and starting over. So what I did was I actually put all of the furniture items out on the patio or on the balcony, and then I just kind of placed them back in, and that's what I recorded. So you could see the twins' bedroom come together very, very fast, but we'll get a better look at it when we jump into the game and when I show you the apartment in the game. We will do that here shortly. But yeah, this apartment actually also has a very nice and spacious balcony, which is quite nice, and definitely a nice addition space-wise for this family. They definitely need as much space as possible for the 5 of them. So yeah, this outdoor space is very, very nice. I placed a grill, because I thought that the dad would be very much into cooking and grilling as well. I don't really know what his job would be. I didn't really think about that too much. But yeah, I felt like he just had a job in an office somewhere, just a 9-to-5 job. And then in his free time, he really loves to spend time with his girls, spend time grilling, stuff like that. But that's actually it for this build, so let's hop on into the game. So here we have the apartment in the game. I really like how bright and colorful it is. It has a lot of lighter colors, but then combined with some darker accents, as you can see. For the entryway, I placed this very cluttered dresser, which I thought would make sense. It definitely looks like an IKEA item, which is kind of the vibe that I was going for this apartment overall. The girls just kind of put their backpacks here every day, and I figured these drawers would be full with like beanies and stuff like that for the winter time that you won't always use, and just some random clutter as well. Obviously, it's just one of these items that's full of clutter, especially when you're living in an apartment with 4 girls. Things get messy quite easily. And then we have this board right here where the dad can like set curfews and everyone can kind of write down their schedules. And then over here we have the laundry room. I did place a kitty litter box in here, so the cat should be fine as well. It kind of speaks for itself. And then over here we have a very small bathroom, just a nice little extra bathroom, which is a nice addition to this house for this family. And then here we have the living area. I love this living area, and you can definitely tell that the girls had a say in picking the colors and picking the furniture, because I don't think that the dad would have picked these curtains, for example, or like a bright yellow chair, but the girls would, and I think it looks so cozy and so nice. So I cluttered up the coffee table with some magazines and just some different clutter pieces, and they have a TV right here. And then there is a decorative toy box over here, which definitely would belong to the twins. This one is not functional, but they do have a functional toy box in their bedroom, so that all works out perfectly fine. And then here we have just a bookcase that I cluttered up with some random things. And then over here we have the kitchen. I love this kitchen. It's once again very cluttered, but it is functional. This counterpiece is free of decorations, so your Sims can use this one to do some cooking. And yeah, they just have their fridge over here where I placed a couple of little notes on the freezer. I thought that that would be very realistic. And there is another little schedule bulletin board over here as well. And then when we go upstairs, you can see that the landing area is open to the first floor. I love this effect. I think it's so nice. The little like lofted kind of situation. I love it so much. I think it's so pretty. So here we have a desk with a family computer where I figured the younger girls would usually just sit and play games together, or maybe the dad obviously also uses it from time to time. But yeah, then over here we have another bathroom. I play tested this one, as you can see, so there is some dirty laundry in this hamper, which I'm sorry, but that's just what happens when you're playtesting. Then over here we have the dad's bedroom. He has a door that leads onto the patio or the balcony. But yeah, you can tell that this bedroom is definitely a little bit more on the masculine side, if you will, when it comes to colors and materials. So this bedroom is also not very decorated. There is some things going on, but it's very clean. The dad does have his own TV in his bedroom, as you can see, which is nice. And then he has a very basic dresser, and that's basically all he needs in his room. So yeah, I thought that this bedroom would be fun compared to the very colorful and very cluttered girls' bedrooms. I just thought that that was a fun contrast. Then over here we have the youngest daughters, the twins' bedroom. They have bunk beds, as you can see, and then they basically have all this room to play. They have some toys over here. They have this cluttered little side table with their books and just their sports equipment. And then over here they have a dresser and a decorated wall with posters and pictures, and it's just a very messy kids' bedroom, and I really enjoy it. Then over here we have another bathroom, which kind of speaks for itself. This one has a shower tub combination, so there is a bathtub in this apartment. And then over here we have the teens' bedroom. So this side is for the oldest daughter. She is a junior in high school. She has her own desk and her own laptop where she spends most of her time studying, preparing for college, stuff like that. And then they have this dresser situation, which is very cluttered. I figured that these girls would both be very into makeup and hair and stuff like that. They probably help each other do their makeup and do their hair and paint their nails and stuff like that. That's the thing that they do a lot. And then over here, this is where the youngest girl sleeps. She has a lot of posters. She's very much into music and different bands and boy bands. And she has this cutesy little cat lamp that I thought would reflect the fact that she is a little bit younger. And then she has this little bookcase with her books and her stuff and her guitar. And then over here we have the balcony area, which is a welcome addition to this apartment. I feel like over here they do have a dining table with 6 chairs, so they can actually sit and have dinner together here. And then they could also invite someone if they wanted to. And yeah, they just have this nice seating area where they can hang out when the weather is nice, and a nice grill as well. But that's actually it for this apartment. So as of right now, the apartment isn't on the gallery yet. I will put it on the gallery, but you will have to download it in 2 separate pieces because uploading 2-story apartments to the gallery is such a pain. So you will have to download the first floor and the second floor separately, but then you can place it in this apartment, which is the 701 Zenview apartment, as you can see right here in the corner. But that's actually it for this build. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. You can download it off the gallery like I just told you. My username on the gallery is Simmarysims. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram if you'd like. My username on there is Simmarysims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so. And if you want to be notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!